Hello everybody, today we're going to unbox, take a close-up look and test the Arespark Smart LED Alarm Clock. So let's first take a look around the outside of the box. So this LED alarm clock is battery powered and has date as well as temperature display. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up the box. And let's lift out the smart LED alarm clock from the box. So that's the box emptied out. We can set it to one side. And of course, open up the foam wrapper and lift out the rest of the contents that's inside of this wrapper and set it aside. Alright, so that's the contents of the box laid out. So let's start off with the instructions. So it does come with instructions. So right there, a leaflet style instruction manual for the Arespark Smart LED Alarm Clock. So those are the instructions in English, and on the reverse side there are what appears to be Chinese and Japanese or Japanese instructions. Okay, so that's the instructions covered. Let's set it to one side and take a close-up look at the alarm clock itself. So it is quite light in weight and does have a very large LCD display in the front, and on the underside it is nice and smooth. Interestingly, there are no feet or pads on the underside, just a nice flat surface. And right the way around, it has a very smooth kind of matte rubberized or vulcanized textured surface. And you can see at the very top there is a snooze or light button. And looking at the rear of the Arespark Smart LED Alarm Clock, there are several buttons and switches, and there is a battery compartment as well, which takes 3 AAA batteries, 1 in the top row and 2 in the bottom row. And let's replace that cover for now. And you can see there is a switch on the left to turn on or off the alarm, and on the right hand side there's a lock and alarm set, date and time set positions. And on the top row there is a 12, 24 or 24-hour display, a minute, date, hour button, and on-off temperature sensor in degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit. So nice alarm clock, very simple, lightweight, and has this very large LCD display. Alright, let's just take another look around just to show you and give you some perspective in terms of the size, because I've been holding up pretty much close in front of the camcorder. Now just showing you the alarm clock in the palm of my hand right there, just to give you some idea, and perhaps this way as well, so you can see the size of the alarm clock more clearly. Okay, now let's go ahead and pop open the battery cover and pop some batteries in there. So I do have 3 Amazon Basics pre-charged rechargeable batteries, which I've unboxed quite some time ago. Let's pop them in. Okay, don't worry, I have another one in hand. That one's just decided to pop out. And there we go, all 3 batteries in. And you heard that chime right there. Just to show you the batteries again, very clearly. Okay, popping the battery cover back in. Taking a look at the front, you can see the display is very large and clear, and has a decent or very good viewing angle as well. You can see the time even at a very wide angle right there. Okay, and just going to show you that angle again from a very wide position. Okay, now let's press the snooze light and see what happens. At the top, you can see it does light up very brightly. So it is a white backlight. It might appear slightly bluish on the video, but I can assure you it is white or light gray in color. So nice and bright there, and you can see the different. Okay, I can see that the viewing angle with the light on does not appear to be very clear because we're looking head on, and the display or digits are barely visible, so it only looks clear with the LED backlight off, but otherwise with the LED backlight on, it's only really visible at an angle. Head on, it does appear slightly faint, as you can see. So the light seems to overpower the digital display right there, but over here at this angle seems just fine. Okay, and I guess by now you've had a good idea of the viewing angle, the intensity of the LED backlight, and of course you can see the display of the alarm time, the month, date, as well as temperature display, so nice and clear along the right hand side or column of the LCD. So let's just have a quick play with the buttons at the rear so we can toggle the 12 or 24-hour display right there. So 24-hour and 12-hour time with 12 AM indicating just by pressing on the 1224 button toggle there. And there's a minute and date. Obviously that shows or toggles the temperature as well, as you can see in the bottom right hand corner, in degrees Celsius or degrees Fahrenheit. And that's back to degrees Celsius right now. Giving you a closer look, how about that? And toggling the temperature right there. So you can see 24 degrees or 24.2 degrees Celsius and 75.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright, and let's see the hour button, if that does anything in the lock mode. Nope, because we do have this slider set on lock, so if we need to set the alarm we can do that as well. So you can see the alarm flashing right there in the top right hand corner. Let's set it to 12:06 and that should ring any moment now and lock it up, because it is 12:05. So within the next few seconds the Arespark smart LED alarm clock should sound. Set it down and just give it several moments for the time to advance to 12:06. Okay, 12:06, and it did not sound, and that's probably because the alarm mode is off. So if we slide it to up, just double checking that the alarm is indeed on. You can see that the alarm indicator just above the hour and minute separator is now on. If I slide it down, it does disappear. So always make sure your settings are correct before going to bed or taking a nap. So let's set the alarm clock again to 12:07. And of course, let me toggle the hour back to 8:12:06. Oops, I've just missed that time window there. Let's now set the minute again for the alarm clock now to 12:08. And hopefully this will probably sound. And of course we can set the date as well. So you can see the year there. Let's do that very quickly. So right now we're advancing the date on in the middle row, and the year as well, and the month. So perfect. So did that very quickly, and leave the time on its own right now. Lock it back up so none of the dates or time will be messed around, and just wait for the alarm clock to sound at 12:08. Oh, I just missed it again with the alarm on. So just making sure we can do that. Let's set the time up properly now as well. So we've done the alarm clock set, the date set. Might as well set the time up properly now. So I'm pressing the buttons behind. Okay, or pressing and holding does the same thing to advance the time. So let's do that again. Okay, so now that we've set the time, let's move the slider to the alarm clock position on the right hand side to the alarm set position. As you can see, it's giving you a close-up look right there. So the modes or functions to be aware of, very simple, very easy to adjust in that range of modes with the slider. So let's set the alarm clock to sound at 8:48. So pressing and holding for 8. Let's see if we can do it quick enough. And there we go. And let's lock it up. And we just missed out. Let's do the alarm set again. Advance it by a minute. There we go. Nicely done. And always make sure that the indicator for the alarm is on as well. You can see the kind of wave symbols right above the colon, separating the hours and the minutes. Okay, so all nicely set now for 8:49 for the alarm to sound, making sure that the alarm slider is set to the on position as indicated with the sound or chime symbol right there. And now we can set the alarm clock down, and right there it is sounding. And you can hear the pace of the alarm quicken. And then we can hit the snooze as well to let the alarm clock snooze right there. So there is a light sensor at the top of the snooze or light button. If I cover it, you can see the LCD illuminate as well, which is pretty cool. So it will detect the ambient light in the room and illuminate when it gets dark. So nice little feature to have as well. Right there. Very, very lightly lighting up the LCD. And full brightness is right there when you press on it. And ambient or in a dimly lit room, or when it's dark, you'll see that level of lighting on the LCD. So you can see it vary as well. So it is a very gradual LCD light sensor in terms of LCD illumination. So pretty clever. Smart LED backlighting there. So maximum brightness in the standby mode is like that. Pressing on the button gives it that maximum burst there. And then once again, just going to show you that gradual illumination. So pretty cool. As you can see, very sensible detection. Let me try it with the other hand so I don't obscure the display of the LED. So you can see the sensitivity of the sensor there. Nice and responsive. So that's the Arespark Smart LED Alarm Clock. Thanks for watching and happy ticking!